Hello, my name is Sebi and welcome back to the Space Exploration Agency. We have achieved a lot. We have an ongoing mining operation on the surface of Minmus. The Minmus Space Station is up and running. We developed a working spaceplane, and recently we flew our permanent outpost to Antarctica, and now we do have a permanent outpost in Antarctica. That's fantastic, that's really amazing. And so it's time to move on to the next important project, and that is to build a permanent outpost on the surface of the moon. For this purpose, I accepted at some point a contract: build a new surface outpost on the moon, land your outpost on the moon, build a new outpost that has an antenna, has a docking port and can generate power, have a facility supporting at least 12 Kerbals, have a mobile processing lab. So, yeah, I have to fulfill all those requirements with my new moon base, and I wonder why all those items are marked as being solved. Probably because the game considers my Minmus Space Station as this outpost. Yeah, this might be an explanation, and so the next goal is to build a permanent outpost on the moon, and as I have to land several modules on the surface of the moon, I think it could be useful to have some kind of fuel depot in an orbit around the moon, and so I like to fly out my supply ship to the moon, and oh, the supply ship isn't fully refueled. That's bad, and I think we are, yeah indeed, we are out of ore. So I think we have to switch to the mining lander Mark 1 and deliver some ore to the Minmus Space Station so that we can fill the supply ship. And your tank is full. Yeah, alright, the tank is full. That's good. So I can stop the service harvester and retract the drill. And I can do the same thing over here. Very good. I can close the service bay. Okay. And now I need to see how can I rendezvous with the Minmus station at best. Set as target. Okay, we just missed our launch opportunity, so we have to wait that the Minmus Space Station is approaching us again. So yeah, it's time for a quick time warp. Okay, maybe like so. And here then I can fly back to the Minmus Space Station, deliver some ore so that the Minmus Space Station can transmute the ore into some fuel, and once the supply ship is fully and completely refueled, I can, okay, easy. I don't want to be too far ahead. Maybe like so. Maybe maybe this thing could be a little bit closer to us. I'm not quite sure what the right position is for a good launch opportunity. Maybe like so. Okay. Now I like to switch you back to at first surface mode and later orbit mode, and you can retract your solar panels. Alright. And yeah, the mining lander Mark 1 is ready to go. So here we go. Gear in. Fantastic. And I can head towards east. Very good, very good. Throttle up. Looking good. Looking really good. Okay, maybe I was a little bit too early with my launch. Let's see where we end up. Oh, this could be spot on. It would be fantastic if I would arrive spot on. I think I maybe need to speed things up a bit. Like so. 1.6 kilometers. Okay, we have a slight inclination. Can I fix this somehow during my ascent? What happens if I do? Okay, 4 kilometers. Not good. Well, okay, I think 1.6 kilometers is still very close and I can approach from there. This would be fantastic. Okay, so this would be in Yeah, maybe I should do it a little bit earlier. And 5 minutes. Okay, this is good. This is really good. And how much fuel is left in here? Yeah, I don't think that I have enough fuel left in the mining lander to completely refuel the supply ship, but that's alright. I'm quite sure that we will find a solution. Oh, there's the Minmus Space Station, that's good. To get some fuel, we can fly out to the moon, but I think it might be more efficient to just launch some fuel from Kerbal and fly this fuel out to the moon than having all those mining operations going on and all those flights from and to Minmus in order to grab some fuel. I think, yeah, in the long run it will be more efficient to... Okay, getting closer. No, oh, you're still in service mode. I like to have you in target mode. Okay, you're now 2 kilometers away. Okay, at first I think I should... Yeah, I think I should... Okay, no, I need to burn. First, I think I should match the speed. Easy, easy. Okay, and here we go. Let's kill all relative velocity. Alright, looking good. And... cut the engine, fantastic. So there's the Minmus Space Station, 1.6 kilometers away from us, and wow, this was really a good and great launch opportunity. I think this was really spot on. That's fantastic. That's really amazing. So right away, on a good trajectory to rendezvous, or well, we have already rendezvoused with the Minmus Space Station. Now we can approach it and finally dock to it in order to deliver all that ore. That's fantastic. That's really great. And yeah, I think not quite sure. I need to find probably a better solution. This is a great proof of concept, and it's amazing that all those mining operations and fuel generation and everything works flawlessly. But I think it's not that useful when I really need a lot of fuel, because I think I have to construct some kind of lander that can grab all the modules of the moon base and transport this from orbit to the surface of the moon. And down there, I think I need something like my rover I used in order to load and unload the base into my cargo plane, and I think I need something similar to really dock all the modules on the surface of the moon. I'm not quite sure how this will work at best, so I think I need to develop some technologies. But yeah, I think I need to have something like this, so that I then can have some kind of lander that lands all the modules on the surface of the moon next to the building site of the new moon base, and then the rover will grab this new module and install it on the new moon base. I think this is really the way to go. And so I need some fuel in space or in orbit around the moon to all the time refuel my lander or the spacecraft that will transport all the modules to the surface of the moon. And yeah, and I think I need a lot of fuel, so maybe I think I have still this the interplanetary travel stage in orbit around Kerbal. I think the interplanetary travel stage I used for the Duna mission, as I did the rover mission on the surface on the moon, and as I built the space station in orbit around Duna. I think, yeah, the interplanetary travel stage should be still in orbit around Kerbal. I have to check this, but okay, now it's time to go to docking mode. Yeah, I have to check this if I still have this thing in Kerbal orbit. I think it should be still there, and then I could maybe refuel this thing and fly it out to the moon, because it has 2 nuclear engines, and these engines are very efficient, and so it should be quite useful for the purpose of bringing some fuel to the moon. And yeah, but at first I like to refuel the supply ship, because at some point I really like to complete this proof of concept that it's possible to refuel the supply ship and to fly some fuel I have generated in Minmus orbit to a different celestial body in order to refuel a spacecraft or to supply the science station with some fuel. And yeah, in general, the idea of generating some fuel out here at Minmus is more a nice idea for refueling the science station in Kerbal orbit, and not so much for having enough fuel available for constructing something in the orbit around the moon or on the surface of the moon. And yeah, so I think it's still quite nice to see that at least it works. And maybe, I'm not quite sure, should I go fly directly to Kerbal with the new fuel instead? Okay, what am I doing here? Instead of flying to the moon? I don't know. Maybe I should just deliver the fuel to the science station and go right away for the alternative with the old interplanetary travel stage, as this thing could be a little bit more efficient. Well, it would take 2 or 3 launches in order to refuel the interplanetary travel stage, but then I would have a large orange fuel tank in orbit around the moon, and I think this could be really, really fantastic and really useful for the purpose of building the surface outpost. And yeah, but now I have to focus on the approach of my mining lander Mark 1. We are on a good approach to the docking port of the Minmus Space Station so that we can deliver some ore. That's fantastic, it's really amazing. And yeah, at first I need to make sure that I'm not quite sure what the best method is, because I need some fuel. How much fuel? Okay, I have used about half the fuel tank to land on the surface of Minmus and to return back to space, so I don't have to refuel it completely. This is good, this is really good. Okay, you are on an awesome trajectory, this is very amazing. So I can slow you down and turn off all the systems, and I also like to toggle the torque. Okay, easy, easy. And here we are. Well done, well done. So we have arrived, or we returned to the Minmus Space Station. That's great. And now I can fill the ore into the large holding tank of the Minmus Space Station. Very good, very good. Okay. And now, where is there? I like to stop. Okay, it's already producing some fuel. That's fantastic. And yeah, I have some fuel here. So bring some fuel in here. Very good. And then there is some fuel missing. No, no, oh dear. This was the wrong direction. Out. Okay. Almost, almost. Okay, while this thing is now generating some fuel, I like to check a few things. So, Kerbal, can I go directly for science station? Kerbal ZD. No, no, no. I want to want the science station. Can I maybe go back to Kerbal science station? No. Okay, focus on Kerbal science station. Switch to. Okay, some fuel is left, but there's not much fuel left. So I'm not quite sure, do I really need, well, there's a little bit of fuel left, this is good, but do I really need some fuel out here, or can can I use the fuel I have just produced in Minmus orbit for the purpose of well, having fuel for my lander for the construction of the moon base. And then I like to see heat shield delivery probe. I think this is the this is the interplanetary travel stage. And okay, there's a lot of oxidizer in there, some liquid fuel. Yeah, some liquid fuel is left. Those nuclear rocket engines only consume liquid fuel. They don't need oxidizer, but I need oxidizer for... Yes. Or will I build the lander with nuclear rocket engines? I have to think about this. Maybe I can build the lander with some nuclear rocket engines to make it a little bit more efficient. I definitely have to think about this. But anyway, in order to get this thing or to use this thing as a supply station, it's currently in a circular orbit around Kerbal, but yeah, 300 kilometers is a little bit high. You are at 200 kilometers. What? You are at 150. Yeah, so there is nothing below 150 kilometers. I think that's perfect, because then I can maybe bring this thing down to a circular orbit at 100 kilometers in order to refuel it. This would be great. Okay, let's prepare this. I like to reduce the periapsis to 100 kilometers. 180. 137. 104, 101. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's turn this thing around. It's been really a while since I used this interplanetary travel stage, and I left it in orbit because I thought at some point this thing might be useful, maybe for another interplanetary flight or maybe for something else. And no, I finally found a purpose because, yeah, okay, how long does it take to complete this burn? Okay, quite a while. And now finally I found a good purpose for the thing, to use it as some kind of refueling station, and that's amazing. That's really amazing. Okay, so okay. And yeah, those nuclear rocket engines are really, really efficient. That's great. Okay, now this thing is 99 kilometers. Okay, maybe I like to have it at 100 kilometers. It's not that important. 99 kilometers would be good as well. But yeah, I like to be very spot on. So I can do a... Okay, 100 kilometers. That's perfect. And now I can set another maneuver over here to circularize the orbit. 108. Okay, this was too much. Come on, easy. 99. 100 by 101. Yeah, that's perfect. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Time for a quick time warp. And yeah, it's really nice to see the good old interplanetary travel stage again. I like this thing. This thing is really, really cool, and it's really helpful to transport a lot of things to a different planet, because yeah, I can add many things. Okay, wait, I need to focus a bit. We are almost there. Okay, and we will enter orbital sunset soon. Yeah, I can dock many things behind the interplanetary travel state, and so it's not so wobbly when I do my burns, and that's quite important. Okay, now I can circularize my orbit. Very good. And yeah, I think at first I have to solve a lot of challenges to get all the supplies ready for the construction of the moon base. I think this is quite a lot of work to be done before I can fly out the first module for the moon base. Okay, and now we are in a 99 by 102. Yeah, it's almost perfect, almost spot on. And okay, we are completely out of fuel. Fantastic. Yeah, we have 3 units of fuel left. Alrighty then, but that's alright. That's fantastic. I have to refuel it anyway, and so I have to deliver a lot of fuel. And I think this will take several launches to bring all that fuel into Kerbal orbit. Okay, so this thing is ready, and I'm still not sure what should I do with the fuel I have generated around Minmus. Should I bring it back to Kerbal? And the next thing is, I'm not quite sure about. Let me go back to Minmus and return to the Minmus Space Station. Okay, you are not completely refueled. Is some fuel now in here? Yeah, okay. You are bringing fuel into... Okay, now the supply ship is full. That's amazing. Do you need some... Yeah, you need some monopropellant. Alright. Do we have some monopropellant somewhere I can use? Okay, there's some monopropellant I don't use anymore. Or I don't think that I need it very soon. So I can bring over the monopropellant to the supply ship. Very good. Okay. And some more monopropellant. Alright. So this fuel tank is full. This fuel tank is full. Those fuel tanks are full. That's amazing. And yeah, one of the challenges in bringing this thing back to Kerbal is that I can't retract those solar arrays. This means if I would try to do some aero braking when I come back home from Minmus, that probably those solar arrays get damaged, and that's bad. That's really bad. So I can't use an aero braking maneuver to slow this thing down, and so I think I need a lot of fuel in order to enter an orbit, or well, to rendezvous in the end with the science station, and this could be then quite inefficient. So maybe it's more useful to bring this thing at first to the moon, especially as this is really the goal for... Yeah, I think this is really the goal for the Space Exploration Agency to build something on the surface of the moon. So okay, I think we should fly out to the moon, and in this case I can now say undock. Very good. Switch to this thing, and have I disabled? Yeah. Okay, I can enable the reaction wheels. Start SAS. Running. Alright. Okay, and use some RCS in order to drift away. Thank you for all that fuel, Minmus Space Station. That's amazing. That's really amazing. Okay, our supply ship is leaving the Minmus Space Station. So it was possible to refuel the supply ship completely using some ore. That's amazing. So this is a good proof of concept that everything runs and works as expected. That's great. And now, how to get to the moon? I think what I like to do is to at first leave the sphere of influence of Minmus, as it's then a little bit easier to really find out how to get to the moon, and then maybe change the inclination and then fly to the moon. Maybe this is a good idea. Okay, how to do this at best? Somewhere around here could be a good place to do the burn, am I right? Okay, yeah, indeed, this is good. So there I would get a little bit closer to the moon. But yeah, let's do it like so. Let's do it like so. This could be good as the initial trajectory to leave the moon. And it will now take 15 minutes to get there. Okay. I can now do a quick time warp. Goodbye, Minmus Space Station. This is cool. I'm really happy that everything... Ooh, this is interesting to see the moon down there and not on the side of Kerbal. That's really interesting once you are out here around Minmus. Okay, just a couple of seconds. And now I can turn... Oh dear, I hope I'm not crashing into the Minmus Space Station. This would be bad. Well, here we go. Okay, doing the burn. No, I will miss the Minmus Space Station. This is good. Oh dear, oh dear. Hoo-hoo! See you! Alright, so we are now leaving Minmus. That's fantastic, and yeah, I have already consumed a bit of my fuel, so I'm not quite sure if it's really that efficient to to deliver fuel from Minmus to Kerbal. I'm not quite sure. At some point I need to do a test, but at first I really like to okay, I like to get to the Minmus escape. Warp here, yeah, indeed. So, ooh, wow. This was... What? No, 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 no. Cancel, cancel, cancel. This was too much cancel. What? How has that happened? I wanted to go to the... Okay. That was weird. This was really weird. Okay. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Why I selected the Minmus escape and... okay. That was interesting. This was indeed interesting. So, moon. I like to set the moon as my target, and here is the descending node. So, if I like to fix this at first, I can do something like this to get... Oh yeah, this is very efficient. That's perfect. So I can save some fuel. Okay, this should fix the inclination. This is good. Coming up in 8 hours. Okay, this time I think I will just do it manually because I don't trust this time warp function anymore. This was weird. This was really weird why this thing suddenly accelerated to 10,000 times. I was quite sure that I selected this the Minmus escape and not something else. This was really, really weird. Okay, yeah, now it's time to match the inclination of the moon. Okay. Very good. So. And stop. Fantastic. Alright, and how to get now to the moon? Yeah, we have no inclination right now. What happens if I add a maneuver here and I do this? Then, okay, it's not in a good position. If I do this, then... Okay. Okay, then it's too late. So probably somewhere over there would be a good position. Like so somehow. 500. Can I get this even closer? Okay, that's the wrong direction. 400. 240. 142. 100. Okay, let's go for this. So the next maneuver is coming up in 3 days and 10 hours. Yeah, I think I should do it this way. I don't trust this time warp function anymore. Or this warp here function. This was weird. This was really weird. I don't know what happened there. There's Minmus. We can see a tiny bright dot moving around. Okay, so that's really beautiful to see Kerbal on the moon. Alright. Okay. Couple hours, easy. Don't overshoot. Couple minutes. Slow down. Okay, I can speed up a bit. And getting closer. Just a few minutes. Okay, and stop. Fantastic. So, time to fly out to the moon. Easy. Come on. Okay, I think I can do the burn right now, as we are pretty far away from the moon, and so it's not so important to do it spot on. Okay. That's good. That's really good. So, and stop. Okay. How are we doing? 65 kilometers. Oh, that's perfect. That's really perfect. Moon encounter. 1 day, 14 hours. 1 day, 14 hours. So warp here will hopefully not mess things up. So let's try this. Let's try this. Warp here. Okay, time warping. This is good. I think while I'm editing this episode, I should check what was written here in the time warping, because this was really weird. Okay, time warp complete. We are now close to the moon. That's good. And okay, that's interesting. This is really an interesting trajectory. I'm quite excited to see how the trajectory is looking like once I am really in the sphere of influence of the moon. Okay, just a little bit. Just a couple of seconds. All right. So we are almost there. We are almost there. We are almost about to deliver the fuel we have generated in Minmus orbit to the moon. Now that's fantastic. That's really amazing. Okay. So we have arrived at the moon. And, ooh, this is looking good. This is looking awesome. And the asteroid station is... I think the asteroid station is orbiting this way. Am I right? Yeah, it's orbiting this way. So, wow, I am really... And I'm even in the right orientation. And yeah, I'm on an equatorial orbit. Oh, this is so perfect. Everything is coming along nicely. That's fantastic. Okay, now I like to prepare my capture burn. Come on. Add maneuver and... Okay, 43 by... No, I think I like to go for more or less a circular orbit at 60 kilometers. Could be good. I can trim it later on. Okay, this is good. This is perfect. So, time to get closer to the moon. That's also a beautiful view to see the spacecraft, to see Kerbal and the moon. This looks really, really interesting. This is a cool view. I like it. I like it a lot. This looks really amazing. That's a nice constellation. Okay, but yeah, I have to continue with the mission. I have to deliver my fuel to the moon. Easy. Okay. Just a bit. Just a tiny bit more. 2 minutes, 1 minute. Okay. So. And we are in the shadow of the moon. That's it. Okay. Oh dear. Easy, easy. Turn back, turn back. This thing is really, really heavy due to the high amount of fuel, because it's, yeah, all the fuel tanks are full of this supply ship. And yeah, let's insert this thing into an orbit around the moon. Alright. Very good. And cut the engine. So 65 by 59. Yeah, this is good enough. This is perfect. And now I have 1,898 units of liquid fuel in lunar orbit, and all that fuel was generated on the Minmus Space Station. That's fantastic. That's really amazing. Okay. This was a successful proof of concept. That's amazing. That's really great. We have successfully generated fuel, and we have delivered that fuel to the moon. And here with this, I think we have reached the end of this episode. I now have to refuel the interplanetary travel stage, then fly this thing out to the moon, and then I can start to think about how to assemble the moon base. I need to have some kind of lander that can transport all those modules. I need to have some kind of rover that can connect those modules. And then I just have to deliver all those modules. Oh, we can even see Kerbal Space Center, which is over there. And then I just have to deliver all those modules to the moon, dock it to the lander, and deliver it to the surface of the moon. I think this will be quite challenging and interesting. And yeah, so I hope you will be joining me in the next episode of the Space Exploration Agency. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!